Hi, I'm Matt from Educraft.org. I do Minecraft stuff, and I am going to show you how to update your mod so that it will work in version 1.11.2. The camps I ran last year and the tutorial videos that I've made so far are all for 1.9.4. All that code works in 1.10, but you're going to have to make some changes to get it to run in 1.11. So here I am, sitting in front of my unmade bed, Captain America shield, and upright string base. And I'm going to show you how the process works. Okay, so there's two steps to this process. One is you're going to have to create another development environment. Basically, you have to do this no matter what. If you want to upgrade your mod to work, or if you want to upgrade your mod to newer versions of Minecraft, even if the code's not going to have to change, you're going to have to go online, download the new version or the version of Forge you want to use for the proper version of Minecraft you want to use it in, and move your code over. So first off, I'll show you how to do that. So we're back at files.minecraftforge.net, where we got all those days ago, got our original files, all our source stuff. And so we're back here, and you have all these Minecraft versions. Last time we did 1.9.4. This time though, you're going to click on here and you're going to get 1.11.2, and then you're going to go to the MDK. You're going to click on that. Remember, MDK is for Mod Development Kit. Let's wait through this ad. Click on nothing except for this skip button, and then you get to download it. So this next part is very familiar to you, so I'm not even going to go over it again. If you need a review, you can go back to my earlier video about how to set up your work environment or your development environment. That's your Gradle commands. So just go take care of that. So you put it in a directory, you use a command prompt to go to that directory, and you type in the commands, and you get your Gradle development environment going. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've done that. Pause this video right now, go do that, review the previous video if you need to. Do that now. I'm waiting. So you could pause the video like that. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the next step, which is really easy. You're just going to grab your SRC file from your old mod and drag it into your new mod. Okay, so I got my two folders. I ran my Gradle commands with this Forge 1.11.2 folder, and so it has a workspace environment and it is ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up. I'm going to go to SRC, the source thing. I'm going to open that, and it's already has a program. If you remember that example mod that comes when you set up your Forge, I don't want that. I don't want that to get in the way, so I'm just going to delete that right now. It's gone. It's gone. I don't want it. All right, and now I'm going to open up my old folder. This is version 1.9.4, so I'm going to slide that over. I didn't label it because I was lazy at the time, but if you're working on mods for different versions of Minecraft, you'll probably want to label these. In fact, it's probably best to just label it the name of your mod. Like I'm working on a mod with Smurfs in it for 11.2, and I just call that folder Smurf mod 11.2. Yeah, that's just a good idea. So I'm going to open up this Forge. I'm going to open up this SRC folder, and main is where all my code is. I don't necessarily want to get rid of it, because what if I still want to keep working on the older version of the mod for people who like to run older versions of Minecraft? I know a lot of people oppose 1.10. There's some diehard 1.7 Minecraft people out there who are still playing that. So hey, maybe I want to help them out when they're ready to upgrade to 1.9. But either way, I'm going to copy the code, and I'm going to paste it into the 1.11 folder. And now that was easy, wasn't it? I made it sound like it was going to be hard, but that's really all you had to do. One more thing, I'm going to open up Eclipse. Now when you run Eclipse, there is a good chance it'll still be in your old workspace. Like if you look at this, it's 1.9.4. It's still running my old Minecraft. So I'm going to go to File, and you go down to here, this space that says Switch Workplace. And I already have it there in my quick ones, but I'm going to show you how I do it. You click on Other, and you go Browse, and you find your new folder. So Forge, this was the old one, but on my desktop I have my folder called Forge 1.11.2. I open up that, and I click on the Eclipse folder, and I click on OK. And when you set that up, it'll restart Eclipse, so it'll take a second as Eclipse boots up again. La-di-da-di-da. Da-da-di-da-di-da. Okay, here we go. And now we're using the workspace. And as you can already see, there's some errors. Yep, and how we set it up with we set it up to work with 1.9.4, and it's already going to create some problems. And there are even some problems that aren't even identified by the X's and how 1.11 works. Your textures are not going to work. Sorry, kids. So we're going to have to go through some stuff to fix all of that, and I'll go through it step by step. Okay, so there's a couple of simple things. I call them knicky-knack things. Just, oh, this name changed. Oh, this doesn't. This is a new method that intakes a different sort of input than that method. So we just got to kind of tweak it to make it work better. It's simple. The other one is tedious. The other one is also simple. It's just tedious because they changed the... I'll get into it later. But for now, just the quick knicky-knack things. All right, so first up, you're going to notice follow the X's. Now remember, when we see a ton of X's, that doesn't mean there's a ton of problems. It just means, oh, there's a problem in this folder. Oh, there's a problem in this package. Oh, there's a problem in this package. Oh, there's a problem in this class. So really, this one problem in this class creates all these X's going all the way back. So you find the class, and that's where the problems are. So it looks scarier than it is. So there's a problem in the My Mod tab, and there's a problem in our block jar. So a lot of you may have, I'm going to go over the jar thing first. That's just a thing that came with the files I gave you to start your modding career. Many of you probably just deleted it. So I'm going to real quick just show you all you need to do is you go down here. This is the problem over here. It doesn't like that override annotation. So all you have to do is delete this. And then the problem goes away. Boom. You got a block. No override annotation, you're good. The other thing is My Mod tab. So if you remember in your creative mode file tabs, we created our own creative tab called My Mod tab. Well, you can call yours whatever you want. And what happened was you pick an item icon that it uses, this get tab item, icon item. You use that to and it returns what the item is. It's changed a little bit now because the way some items use what's called metadata, meaning like a potion, a blue potion and a red potion are both the item potion, but the metadata, there's number values that go with the item that determine what color it is. And in order to actually have an icon, if you want a red potion icon and not just the default color potion, which I think is blue, then you're going to need to use metadata, and for that you use, instead of items, you use item stacks. So if you click on this problem, it says, oh, nope, it needs to be an item stack, not an item. The problem is this is done just as an item and not as an item stack. So we have to change this. So instead of mod items to item name, what we do is we say new item stack, and then we put that mod items to item name inside of parentheses, and boom, problem solved. File, save all, and look, all those problems go away. Quick little nickety-knacks, not a big deal. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to run it, and I'm going to show you the bigger problem. And oops, you're going to get a message like this. Basically, we tell Minecraft Forge now what version it works best under. And so we're going to have to change something in order to make it work. We're going to have to go to our references class. So I'm going to close out. And where's my references? Or main? Nope, references. There it is. And under here, under accepted versions, we're going to want to make it the current version of Minecraft that we want it to run for, which is 1.11.2. In fact, we can do more. You can have several things listed under here, but I'm just going to keep it simple and stick to just this version. And let's try that one more time. Okay, here I am, a player in the world. My frame rate should be better because I'm running all this software to record, but I recently upgraded my RAM, so hopefully it's not killing you anymore. All right, now let's see what worked and what didn't. I'm going to open up my inventory and let's see what's still there. So it's running, it looks good. I'm going to look, and oh, look at that, my mod. Something's wrong with my textures. My jar doesn't look right. Let's see some other items I made. Oh, my tool item doesn't look good. Oh my goodness, no, my material helmet, all this stuff, it's all wrong. What happened? No, oh, I didn't have anything in there anyway. What happened to my textures, man? Well, I'll tell you what happened to your textures. So, in upgrading to 1.11, they changed the naming conventions of the files. So you remember how you would have your textures would have a file name? And that would follow a certain convention, so you had your unlocalized name, and everything would be in lowercase, and had an underscore for separating words. And then when it came to your registry name and your JSON files names, you would have the titles in uppercase, and without, instead of an underscore separating words, the first letter of each word would be uppercase. So like item, crowbar, I is capitalized, C is capitalized. They don't do that anymore. Everything's lowercase now. So to fix that, you got to go in and you have to actually change all those file names and your unlocalized and your registry name. So we're just going to have to do that now. I'm going to assume if you've made it this far in the videos, you've developed a certain baseline competency in navigating Eclipse and the files. So I'm going to give you an example where I'm going to do a few of them, and then I'm going to leave the rest up to you. But here's one of the nice things. In our resources, I don't like that view. There we go. In our resources, our textures are already good. They already have lowercase names. That's nice. And our block models JSON files already have the right name. But our item model JSON files and our block state JSON files need to be changed. But first I'm going to fix the registry name. So I'm going to go to oh, I should tell you, this has nothing to do with the class names. Keep the class names the same. So under my item classes, I have item, food, item. I don't change that. Okay, all I'm changing is the unlocal or the registry name, and I'm going to change it for the JSON files. That's it. Okay, don't mess up your class naming conventions. Okay, so I'm going to start with the food item. I'm going to go to item, food, item, and I'm just going to do underscore or lowercase item underscore food underscore item. I would like to keep the names different than the unlocalized name. So I'll just put the type of thing, I'll use the same system of lowercase and an underscore, but I'll put the type of thing, whether it's an item or a block, in front. Okay, and so now I'm going to go down to my items, and I have item, food item. I'm going to right click on that, go to rename, and call it item underscore food underscore item, and click on OK. Another thing I want to change is item name, just because I want my creative tab to look good. So there it is, item name. So first off, I'm going to go to item name. Item name, I'm going to call item underscore name. I know that sucks and that's stupid. If I started from scratch, I would use a different naming thing, but oh well, here we go. And then I'm going to find its JSON file, item name. I'm going to rename it item underscore name. And click on OK. And let's see if that did a darn good. That did a darn good. Yeah, I English good. Okay, I'm back in the game. And now let's check my inventory. Well, let's see what the icon is. Oh, good. So the my mod icon for the item, remember it was just a black square, is there. And yeah, I haven't fixed the jar yet, but I fixed that. And let's check out our foodstuffs, and look at that, our food item, it's back. So really it's the naming conventions, and it's kind of a dumb thing because you got to do a lot of work, and it doesn't really It's a simple thing, a simple fix, but especially if you've created a ton of items, you're gonna have to go through and do this with every single item. Pufferfish, sounds good. So because there's a couple more things to consider when you do this with blocks, I'm gonna run through one of the blocks. I want my jar back. All right, so I'm going to go to my block classes, then my jar, and set registry name block jar. No, thank you, lowercase. No, there we go, underscore jar. All right, and now I am going to go down to its item JSON file. I'm going to rename it. There it is. Block all, I can't type, block jar.json. And go into its block states JSON file. I can leave its block. Look at that, it's already fine. But I need to go to its block states, and I'm going to rename that block underscore jar. So if you remember, unlike with items where there's only one JSON file you have to change, with blocks there's two. You have to go find the block one in the item package and the one in the block states package. Okay. And there's one more thing too. Some of our items, I think in this, maybe it's not in this one, maybe it's another one, but if we go to mod blocks or mod items, we actually created the name, yeah, see, material ingot, I have set unlocalized name in the init class. So there's no special material ingot class that I would do that in. And if that's the case, then after the dot set registry name, you would change this. So I would want to change this to item underscore material underscore ingot. Okay, and then go under here, item material ingot, rename item material ingot, and that's just an item, so that ought to do it. All right, so let's see if I got my jar back. All right then, let's see what we got. Checking inventory, going to search in my mod tab, and yep, got my jar back. And let's see, let's check the ingot that I made for this mod. I scroll down. Oops, did not want to do that. Scroll down, and there it is, my material ingot. So all those different ways that you can change your files, or your the different ways you can change your registry name. So you can do it either when you initialize the item or block, or you can do it in the specific class for that item or block. Make sure, however, that there's no two different registry names, or that you try to use the same registry name on two different items. That will crash your game. Isn't it so nice to be completely done with this? Oh no, wait! What about armor? Armor is weird. Let me show you what to do with armor. Just when you thought it was safe to run your mod again, you now have to fix the armor. So there's a lot of weird stuff with armor, because you have the textures for the armor when it's in your inventory, and then the texture for the armor when you're actually wearing that, and it comes up at different places in the code. So here's what we're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to be in your item, where is it? In the init package and your mod items, which is our place where we store information about the armor material. So you go up to the armor material, which determines the texture of the armor when you wear it. So what you're going to want to do is fix that. As you can see over here, it says armor material name, and it's got a capital M and a capital N. This happens when you go down and you see, well, I'm not sure where that is. That comes up somewhere, and it's bad. So let's fix that. Armor underscore material underscore lowercase name. And let's fix this armor material text. That's for texture. So what we have down here is the identification of what the texture file looks like. So let's fix that. Underscore M underscore T, armor material text, and then go fix these. Rename armor underscore Ew, that was wrong to begin. That was wrong even in the old version. Underscore text. Okay. And let's go fix this other one. Rename armor underscore material underscore text. Okay. So given that, it should be able to help. It should help it find the right texture file to wrap around the player when the player has equipped the armor. Now let's scroll down, and we're going to find ourselves, here they are. The helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. We got to fix all of them. Item material helmet now becomes item underscore material underscore helmet. Chest plate, item underscore material underscore chest plate. Item material boots, item underscore material underscore boots, and let's get those leggings. Item underscore material underscore leggings. All right, and now let's fix their JSON files. So item material boots, rename item underscore material underscore boots. Chest plate, rename item underscore material underscore chest plate. Ooh, I'm on fire with this typing with no typos. Helmet, rename item underscore material underscore helmet. Great. And material leggings, rename item underscore material underscore leggings. All right. And if I'm not dumb, and I'm always open to the possibility that I'm just really dumb, that ought to have worked. So let's run it and see if it did. All right, I'm back in my inventory, and I found my armor. The textures worked out just fine, at least the inventory textures. So now I'm going to put them on. So far, so good, 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 and good. All right. That's my material armor. All right, sorry that was such a long video, but I figure people wanted to get going in newer versions of Minecraft. And I pretty much skipped 10 since, from what I remember, everything worked just fine when I tried it. So you just do the first part of the video where you just copy your SRC file over after setting up your new environment. But if you want to do 11, you do have to fix some of those things in the code. And I'll try to keep you updated for when 12 comes out or 13 comes out, or God forbid they make a Minecraft 2 and it's in C++ and us modders have to start from scratch. Yay. But I'll stick with you and help you out as much as I can along the way.